Good morning to everyone. I'm Shanti from English department. I'm working as an assistant professor in Erode Engineering College. Today I'm going to discuss about listening. What is by listening? Listening is nothing but key to receiving message effectively. It is the combinations of hearing what another person says and psychologically involvement with that person who is talking. Listening is the skill of language. It requires a desire to understand another human being, an attitude of the respect, and the willingness of one opens mind to try see things from another's point of view. And also it requires high level of concentration and energy. It demands that we side our own thoughts and agendas, put ourselves in others' shoes and try to see the world throughout the person here. Mainly in listening is not just about being quiet while someone else is speaking, and also listening is with the mind, hearing with the sense. Listening is a conscious one. If you are in unconscious means we can't listen. And also to improve our interpersonal and oral exchange. Just listening to words is not enough. A good listener has to pay more attention to the non-verbal communication of the speaker. Next we can see about process of listening. What is the process of listening? In process of listening, there are 5 stages. In first stage is receiving. Receiving is nothing but to hearing something. After receiving, you have to understand. In understanding, that is, you have to learning something. In third stage, remembering. Remembering is nothing but recalling. Okay, first hearing something, afterwards learning, and then recalling. Next, evaluating. That is the judge something. At last, responding. Responding is nothing but some feedback, otherwise answering some question. First, we can see about receiving. Receiving is nothing but hearing. Hearing, it is referred to response caused by sound waves stimulating the sensory receptors of the ear, and also it is the physical response. Hearing is the sound waves. You must hear to listen, but you need not listen to hear. Okay. Receiving is the intentional focus on hearing a speaker's message. And also, this stage is represented by the ear because it is the primary tool involved with the stage of listening process. So, listening is nothing but it is a hearing. Okay, you must hear to listen, but you need not listen to hear. That is the main point. Okay, and also brain is the stimulate our listening power. Only select few to come into the focus. This selective preparations is known as the attention, an important requirement for effective listening. This is the first stage, that is receiving. Receiving is nothing but hearing something. Okay, and also what is the main point in that means while listening, respond caused by sound waves stimulating the sensory receptors of the ears, and also the physical response. Hearing the sound waves is important. You must hear to listen, but you need not listen to hear. These are all main points. And also hearing speaker's message, the primary tool involved with the stage of listening process. This is the main things you have to receiving or hearing something. And also this is the first stage in the process of listening. Next we can see about understanding. What is my understanding? Understanding is nothing but, what is my understanding? Understanding is nothing but we attempt to learn the meaning of the message. What is the understanding? We learn the meaning of the message, which is not always easy. Okay, deciding what the message means to. These steps helps to understand symbols we have seen and heard. We must analyze the meaning. That is the main thing. And also not only words but also sounds like other words and sites like blue uniform that that have symbolic meaning as well. The meanings attached to these symbols are the function of past one, and the symbols also occur for successful interpersonal communication, and also the listener must understand the meaning and the content of the receiving part. Okay, so understanding is also one of the important process after receiving, and also understanding is the second stage in the process of listening. Mainly there are the 2 points are important in understanding. One is, in understanding stage we attempt to learn the meaning of the message, which is not always easy, and also deciding what the message means to you. This helps to understand symbols we have to see and hear. We must analyze the meaning. Okay, these are all important in understanding. In the third stage, we have to remembering. Remembering is nothing but recalling. We have to recall something. Okay, remembering begins with listening. If you can't remember something that was said, you might not have been listening effectively. However, even when you are listening attentively, some messages are more difficult than others to understand and remember. Highly complex messages that are filled with detail call for highly developed listening skill. Okay, in remembering is the important listening process, because it means that an individual has not only received and interrupt a message but also added to its mind storage bank. Okay, mind storage bank. In listening, our attention is selective, so too is our memory. What is remembered may be quite different from what was originally seen or heard. Okay, so remembering is the important process, and it is the third process in listening. Remembering is the important listening process. Okay, why? Because means an individual has not only received but also interrupt to understand a messages, but also added it to the mind storage bank, isn't it? In listening, our attention is selective. So, two is our memory is important one. What is remembered may be quite different from what was originally seen. Okay, so it is the important process. However, when even who are the listening attentively, some messages are more difficult, others to understand, and remembering highly complex messages that are filled with detailed call or highly developed listening skill. This is the third process in listening. Next we can see about evaluating. This is the fourth stage in the listening process, is evaluating. Only active listener participate at this stage in listening. At this point, the active listener weights evidence, sorts fact from opinion, and determines the presence or absence of bias in the messages. The effective listener makes sure that he or she doesn't begin this actively too soon. Beginning this stage of the process before a message is completed requires that we no longer hear and attend to incoming messages as the result. The listening process also present. Okay, so evaluations is the important process, and also it is the fourth stage in listening process. Evaluation of the same messages can vary from one listener to the another, and also the in this stage 2, 3 and 4 are represented by the brain because it is the primary tool involved with this stage of the listening process. Okay, next we can see about responding. This is the final stage in the process of listening, isn't it? Responding is nothing but sometimes referred as a feedback, and also it is the fifth and the final stage of the listening process. Your reaction to the messages, it can be emotional and intellectual. For an example, you are giving positive feedback to the instructor if at the end of the class you stay behind to finish a sentence in your notes or approach and also ask for clarifications. The opposite kind of the feedback is given by the student who gather their belongings and rush out the doors as soon as class is over, isn't it? So responding is the stage requires that the receiver complete the process through the verbal or non-verbal feedback, because the speaker has not other way to determine if the messages has been received. This stage becomes the only overcome means by which the center may determine the degree of success, okay, in transmitting of the messages. So these are the process of listening. In responding is nothing but some feedback, a fifth stage, and also listening process, and your emotional reactions to your messages. For an example, you are giving a positive feedback to the instructor. If at the end of the class you stay behind and finish the sentence in your notes. So this is the final stage, and also it is called as a feedback. Okay, feedback. However, you just easy response. Okay, that's all about process of listening. In process of listening, there are the 5 stages. The first one is hearing. That is the receiving, and the second one is understanding. Understanding is nothing but learning something, and the third step is remembering is nothing but recalling, and the fourth stage is evaluating, that is the judge something, and also final stage is nothing but the responding is answer something or also feedback, whether it is a verbal or non-verbal communications. Okay, next we can see about importance of listening. Okay, next we can see about importance of listening. What is the importance of listening? Importance of listening is nothing but we show that we are serious, we display respect to others viewpoint, and also help us to learn, help us to adapt and understand. Empathic, this and all comes under importance of listening. The good listening skills make workers more productive. The ability to listening carefully will allow a person to, okay, um, understand assignment in better way and find what is expected from him, and also he had to rapport with co-workers, bosses and clients, show support, work better in team-based environment, resolve problems with co-workers and bosses, answer the questions, and also find underlining meanings in what others says. This and all importance of listening. So importance of listening is mainly understanding assignment and understand with the co-workers, bosses and clients, and also show supporter. Then work better in the team-based environment, resolve problems with the co-workers, boss, everyone, and also answer the questions, find underlining meanings in what others says. This and all importance of listening. What are the way to importance of listening means? Hearing and listening are the two different activity. Hearing is the passive, whereas listening is active. Listening is the psychological process. Okay, it can therefore be improved by regular practice. Listening is very helpful skills. Active listening is really an extensive of the rule. Here are some of the tips which can help the person to improve his listening skills. So these are the ways of listening. These are the ways to understanding the listening skill. Mainly understanding assignment, understanding with co-workers, boss and clients, and also work better the team-based environment. These are the importance. Okay, and also answer the questions, find underlining the meaning in what others says. Hearing and listening are the two different actively. In hearing is the passive. Hearing is the passive and listening is the active. These two process are psychological process. Okay, and also improved by regular practice. Listening is a helpful skill. Okay, is very helpful skill. Active listening is really an extension of the rule. Here some of the tips which can help the person to improve listening skills. Okay, one is face the speaker, another one is maintain eye contact, minimize external distraction, and then focus what the speaker is saying, and also minimize the internal distraction also. Keep an open mind while listening time. Avoid letting the speaker know how to handle similar situations. Even if the speaker is launching complaint against you, wait until they finish. Okay, until they finish. The speaker will feel as thought their point had been made. They won't feel need to repeat it, and you will know the whole argument before you respond, isn't it? Research shows that on the average we can hear 4 times faster than we can talk. So we can the ability to start ideas and they come. Okay, and be ready for more. And also keep on open mind. Wait until the speaker is finished before deciding that you disagree. Try not to make about what the speaker is thinking, and also minimize the internal distraction. Focus on what the speaker is saying. Next, minimize external distraction also. Maintain eye contact to the degree that you all remain comfortable. Face the speaker. This and all very important in listening process. Okay, in listening process. Next, we can see about why listening is important. Why the listening is important means to avoid communication errors, helps to learn something new. It is the key to success. This is the important process in listening. Next, we can see about basic types of listening. Basic types of listening. What is the basic type of listening? What is the basic type of listening? The first one is active listening. The second one is selective listening, and then empathetic listening. At last one, ignoring listening. These are the importance of listening. First, we can see about active listening. What is my active listening? Active listening is nothing but reflecting listening. Okay. It is the single most useful and important listening skills. Understanding all the things, proper interaction, proper feedback, this and all comes under active listening. It is the single most useful and important listening skills. In active listening, the listener is interest to understanding what the person is thinking, feeling, wanting, or what the message means. The person is active in checking his understanding before he responds with his new message. Okay, the listener restate our understanding of the messages and reflect it back to the sender for verification. This verification or feedback process is what the active listening and makes it effectively. Essentials of effective listening, intensity and acceptance, this and all comes under active listening. Okay. Mainly in active listening, we have to understanding all the things, proper interactions and also proper feedback. Next, we can see about selective listening. What is my selective listening? Selective listening, we remember only selective portions and also topics is not to our liking. Okay, selective listening. It happens when the learner is more interested in his own point of view than in understanding or exploring someone. Okay, he either listen for opinion to take the floor or weak points. So many types of listening are in selective based on the objectives and manner in which the listener takes and responds to the process of listening. Active listening, so many listening skills are based. Okay. Next we can see about empathetic listening. When the listening empathetically we go beyond sympathy to seek a true understand how others are feelings. This requires excellent one and also the close attention and emotional signals when we are being truly empathic and then feel what they are feeling. That is the important one. Okay. Next we can see about ignoring listening. In word itself, ignoring means not listening at all. Okay. It's pretty insulting to others. It can lead to strained relations. Next, we can see about how to listen effectively. How to listen effectively. Stop talking, be silent, and show some interest, empathize, and ask some questions. Maintain eye contact, taking some notes, listen creatively. Next, send some feedback and also avoid distractions. Try to gather information about the topic to develop the interest. Okay, these are the main process in listening effectively. Okay, um, the good listener skills make workers more productive. The ability to listen carefully will allow a person to. Okay, First, you have to understand the assignment in better way and finds what is expected from him. So support, then work better in the team-based environment, resolve the problems, and also find underlining meaning in what the other says. These are all main points how to listen effectively. At last, we can see about benefits of effective listening. What are the benefits of effective listening means? Enhance productivity, improve relations, avoid conflicts, and improve understanding. This and all comes under benefits of effective listening. Adds to your image and personalities, everything. Okay. Listening is not easy, and there are a number of obstacles and stand in the way effective listening, both within outside and the workplace. Okay, so many barriers are also there in listening. Psychological barrier, physical barriers, and then wrong, and then culture barriers also there, gender barriers, training barriers, and also bad listen habit. And the benefits of effective skills, learning the skills of effectively listening, the benefits personal growth and development in the following ways. Effective communication is the important one in the benefits of effective listening. Fewer misunderstandings, improved our relationship, personal growth, common listening mistakes, everything comes under. Okay, in the benefits are effective listening, learning the skill. The effective listening benefits personal growth and development in the following ways. In effective communications, benefits. Clear. In effective communication, it should be a clear information is an important component of the effective human interactions through the present place clarifying and the written or spoken directions. The listener also bears a responsibility to hear and understand the messages. Okay, this and all important. And also personal growth also important. A person learns and grows by listening and understanding other viewpoints, different ideas, and also viewpoints, learning the skills of active and effective, the growing with the tools, everything comes under benefits of listening. So that's all about listening. In listening, so many things we learn from the listening. Mainly in listening, what is by listening means, the listening is not just being quiet while someone else speaking. Listen in the mind, hearing with the sense. Listening is conscious one to improve our interpersonal and oral exchange. And also we can see about the process of listening. In process of listening, there are the five process now. The first one is receiving. Receiving is nothing but hearing something. And the second one is understanding, that is the learning. Third one is remembering, that is recalling. And evaluating, that is judging something. And responding is nothing but answering or some feedback. This and all comes under process of listening, isn't it? Hearing is the main process, understanding, remembering, evaluating, responding. This and all comes under the process of listening. After that, we can see about the uses of listening, isn't it? This is the five process. And also after that we can see about importance of listening. Why the listening is important means, we show that we are serious We display respect to other point of view, help us to learn, help us to adapt and understand empathetic. This and all importance in listening. Okay, mainly the ways to improve the listening skills is space the speakers, maintain eye contact, minimize external distraction, and also focus with the speakers is saying, minimize the internal distraction also, keep an open mind, avoid letting the speaker know how handled a similar situations, and also engage to yourself. Okay, these are the importance of listening. Next, we can see about why listening is important. Listening is a very, very important process. Why? Because means to avoid communication errors, to help to learn something new. It is the key to success. And also the basis type of listening is nothing but active listening, selective listening, empathic listening, and also ignoring listening. Okay. In active listening is nothing but understanding all the things, proper interactions, proper feedback. This and all comes under active listening. In selective listening, we remember only topic is not to our like. Then next we see about the empathetic listening. Empathetic listening is nothing but when we listen empathetically, we can sympathy seek or a truer understand how to others' feelings, and also emotional signals also presence and what they are feeling, that are the important. The last one is ignoring listening. It's not a listening at all. It is pretty insulting to others. It can lead to strained relationship. How to listen effectively means stop talking, be silent, show interest, empathetic, ask some questions, maintain eye contact, take notes, listen creatively. Everything comes under effective listen. Okay, send some feedback, avoid the distraction and all external and internal distraction, try to gather informations about topic to develop interest. Okay, familiarity, everything comes under how to listen effectively. Next, the benefits of effective listening is nothing but productivity, improves relations, avoids some conflict, and also improves the understanding. Everything comes under benefits of listening. That's all about listening process. Thank you.